Hi everybody, welcome back to our YouTube channel, Living Our American Dream. If you watch this channel, you know that right behind me just put in a wood stove stack in the last video. That is for our maple syrup process. The next thing that I need to do to modify my shop for the mapling season that's upcoming is to put a ventilation system in, which is basically consists of a vent fan and a 4-inch piece of flexible duct that goes out the side of the building so I can evacuate the steam as it boils off the stove. So we're going to do a practice run and show you how that's going to go, so stick around. Alright, so we got the stove in place, and I think I have 8 pieces of stovepipe that I was using before, and I've just kind of threw 2 of them in here to see how close I am. I'm going to have to cut a little stubby piece to go from here up to the elevation of the stack pipe, and then another stubby piece to get from here back to the elbow. Alright, so I had several different ideas on how to do this. But my first idea was like a swinging bracket from the wall. I'm not sure if this is the final idea or not, but my range hood, I said in a previous video that this is, I don't know, I think it was like 40 bucks or something from a home store, just the basic kind. And I got the takeoff for a 4-inch vent. Let's get down here in my range hood. It's just a typical 2-speed fan and a little light bulb in there. But I've notched out some structural angle here so that I can just kind of sit this thing on top of my syrup pan. Got this vent piece that I'm going to put through the wall, and I'm probably going to put it maybe a foot or so below the exhaust for the chimney there. Okay, so the last design that I had, we had a couple of brackets that held this thing up above the pan, and I think it would have worked fine, except for when we're done boiling our sap, we're gonna have a little stand right here. We wanna pull this pan off the fire so we don't burn it. So what we had to do is suspend this thing on a chain and back to the wall so it's completely open under here. That way, when we're done cooking, we can pull this pan off there and we don't have to worry about this thing. So right now, we're gonna load up a fire, and we have about 2 inches of water in here right now. I want to see if my ventilation system right here is enough ventilation to capture all this steam, or if I'm going to steam up my building. So let's build a fire and see how it works. So what we do is we take this little torch attached to a propane thing. We put our boards in here nice and small, nice and dry and nice and small, and kind of get this thing going. And then after she's going real good, I'll turn the torch off, and that fire should take off on its own. And if it don't, if it goes out, we'll start it again. But once you get a good hot fire going in here, we're usually in pretty good shape. So let's let this thing keep going, and we should be boiling water in no time. All right, so far, I'm looking here, we got a little fire going. We're starting to get some steam forming. I have a little bit of a leak here of smoke on the back side of this, coming out of the back here. I got my fan on, and I got a little bit of smoke coming out from my connection, and I'm not sure if that's a little bit of oil on that connection right there burning off because it's hot. So we're going to keep an eye on that and make sure that there's no issue there. But when we get good draft and the chimney gets heated up here, we should be in a lot better shape. There's quite a bit of condensation on the side of our pan right now, and this is what I'm looking for right here. You can kind of see out here, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a little bit hazy up top. A little bit of smoke and a little bit of steam. This is what this test is all about. We want to see if we can get enough steam out of here with this fan. And basically, let me back up here. If I can't get enough steam out of here and it starts getting, you know, smoky in here, we're gonna put some shrouds on the edge of this thing to kind of reach out and catch some of this steam as it goes straight up, so that we don't have any loss there. We want to capture all of it so that it gets out of the building. So we, again, this is a test run, so we're gonna see how this goes. We'll keep looking at it. So let's take a peek at outside, see what we got going here. Looks like we got our main chimney for the wood stove working good, getting rid of our smoke. And then here, we've got our vent for the fan blowing out here. I don't see any material coming out of that per se, you know, smoke or steam. There's a puff. There you go. There you see it coming out of there. Perfect. That's how that's supposed to work right there. So let's get this thing boiling real good and we'll see how this works. Alright, so we can see right now Michael's over there checking this out. We got a decent boil in the pan and we are missing at least half, if not more, of our steam is going right up here into the building. So what that means is this building, if I cook for hours and hours and hours, this building would end up being smoky. And you can already see it's got a haze in here. Alright, so back outside, this is what this was designed to do. We're getting a lot of our steam out. We got good draft on the stove now, so you don't see that black smoke anymore. But looking at the vent system is really what we're looking at here. And we're blowing a lot of good steam out of the building, but we're just not quite catching it all. Alright, so I think the results of our test run mean that discovered that we need to put some shrouds on this thing. So what we're going to do, actually I'll show you. Mike, can you see the chalkboard from there?
Yeah.
Alright, so we got our stove, and we got our, just draw it like this, with the vent going out of the building, and we got our steam coming up here, and some of it's missing out the sides here, right? That's what we just found. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to come in here and put a piece of sheet metal kind of bent along the side of here. It just kind of hangs down over the side of the pan. The pan's right here, right? Probably not that far, maybe something like this. Put a couple screws into it into the side. Another one that comes down here like this. A couple screws in the side and one on the back. And what that'll do is that'll force, when our fan sucks in this air like this, that'll force it to come from the front and kind of keep all of that in there. And if those pieces of sheet metal, this would be like ductwork sheet metal, so you know, it's made to have a little bit of moisture or something. It'll be galvanized, it's not going to get hurt. So, and then, you know, we'll just have to deal with, you know, at the end of the boil, we might have to take the end one off to slide it off to the side or something, but you know, we can get through that. It's not a big deal. So that will be our next test run. I may or may not do a video on that one because I've got a few other things that we're going to do videos on. I do want to say one thing. In the last few weeks, we've gotten up to 110 subscribers. So if you guys are regularly watching this channel, I really appreciate that. It's been pretty fun so far. Michael behind the camera is my oldest. He started doing the editing of the videos recently. And we got a lot of things going here. So in the next few weeks, you're gonna see a video go up of a country music jamboree again, and I know that's kind of not on topic with what we normally do on our channel, but every winter we do these music shows. My folks and myself and my brother, we just kind of get together and we kind of play some old country music. So if you're into that kind of stuff, great. If not, wait till the next video comes out. There'll be videos on plowing snow. This year in 2019, I intend to do a video on the financial side of living your American dream. I have some good pieces of information for you. I think you guys will appreciate that. And as always, there'll be more firewood cutting and trail maintenance and food plots going in and snow plowing and implement videos. I want to do an implement videos. I have a lot of implements for my tractor, and I think some people would be interested to know which ones I use the most, and if you're getting started with a new tractor or your first tractor, what you should start with. If you could afford to get 1 or 2 implements, what should they be? I want to do a video on that and just kind of what's going on here around the farm. So I appreciate you watching our videos, and keep clicking the subscribe button. And if you're already a subscriber, please share these videos with your friends and people that you think would be interested in the channel. And I want to see how big this channel can get. This is pretty fun. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.